Welcome to one more episode of Talking Times. This was my favorite intro ever. Without further ado, we're gonna have, how can I say, it's gonna be full of surprises today. I want you to get your questions and bring them on right after our podcast intro. Hello, welcome, 𝗃𝗀𝗃.
Hello, Mike.
Man, I almost could hold my laughs. Almost. I thought I would be better, but the Titanic flute song, it breaks me every time.
Yes.
There are some interesting things here. The flute, or recorder for the annoying picky ones. And we have the gypsy cards too. We're gonna use them later.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna think about the questions here later about that. But before anything, please, man, introduce yourself.
So, hello, guys. My name is Gabriel, but I don't like so much to be called as Gabriel. So, as you already know, 𝗃𝗀 or Gab, please. I'm an English teacher at Times School. For now, I have, 8 months on Times already? So, 8 months on Times School. I also had a big past and a long things that we're gonna explore today and understand a little why it's a box of surprises, I guess.
Yeah, why do you think so many different things has happened to you?
Man, it's crazy. Nowadays, I think everything was just destiny. You know, like it should happen in that time by that way. But to be honest, sometimes I just look and I say, oh, God have his preferred ones, and I'm not on that list.
Okay, this is already an interesting one. You mentioned destiny, so we don't have to talk about that now, but do you think there is like a written destiny for each one of us, or the free will stuff, like you have like the story, but at any time it can change?
In my beliefs, we have like objective that we need to achieve in the end of our journey in life, but we don't have like all the lines written. We write on it every day with our actions and our way to be, basically.
So explain to me like I'm 5 years old. It's like I have to go to point A.
We have a river.
Yeah.
Imagine like that. We have the big ocean, and we have a lot of rivers coming to this ocean, and we need to choose in which way are we going to.
Nice, man. That's interesting. What about, okay, let's go to the beginning of the story here, the first one. Your relationship with English, how has it started? What was your interest about the language?
So, to be honest, started with Gabriel don't want to learn English.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
You need it. But basically this started when I was 6 to 7 years old. Before that, my father suffered an accident inside house, so he fell down from a stair that is in my house. And with this accident, he turned himself as my brother because of his mental diseases that he achieves with that. And seeing all the situation and everything that my mother had to put aside, and my grandmas and everybody in my family, basically the close part of my family, had to put aside, I decided to myself that I would change this thing in my life, this point, this pattern in my life, this standard. And so I decided to try a new language that was English. But actually, not to try. I was already studying because my mother obligated me.
Normal.
And then I said, okay, I will really give a chance to it and check how it's going.
So before you gave a chance, you didn't like it, but was it easy to you, or was it something like, oh my God, I don't want to get involved with this?
The English, you mean?
Yeah.
It was really hard.
Really?
Yes, for me in the beginning, I felt really, really uncomfortable with English. I don't know why until nowadays, but in the beginning, for me, English was so uncomfortable. It's not hard, but the exactly word is uncomfortable. I didn't feel comfortable with English. I don't know if this was because of the method or because of the teacher or because of my age. I don't know specifically why, but it gets me so uncomfortable. So I hated English with all my forces. But then with the time passing and when I started learning and I said to myself I would give this chance to English, it all changed and I started loving English. So as I think we're going to talk a little, but I speak other 2 idioms, that is Spanish and French. And so 4 idioms in total: Portuguese, English, Spanish, and French.
That was the reason you was like, oh, je ne sais pas, mais si,
exactly.
I use all my words in French.
Yeah, so...
but I have words in Russian. I'm not, I don't.
Don't do it.
Okay, I won't. I will behave today. I will behave today.
But so when I get really comfortable with English, then I saw that I really understood that. I started with Spanish and then French. So
you start, okay, Portuguese, then English, then Spanish. I tried to learn Spanish once, but I had just 2 classes. Was a French, that was an English teacher, and then, we have some spare time, let's try a Spanish class. Okay, do it. And it was very interesting, but people have this idea that because there is some similarities to Portuguese, it's going to be easier to learn, but it's completely like a new path, right? Like another...
Yes, it's really different because when we are used to Portuguese, it's easier for us because we grown with all the grammatic stuff and all the vocabulary and everything we need already in our minds. So we know what we are doing with no need of grammar words, let's say this way. And when we go to another idiom, and this I say Spanish, French, whatever, when we go to another idiom, we don't have this good enough in our head that to understand that, okay, it's another language that is based on the language I know, but it's not totally equal, so I don't need to do different. I can do the same way. Like when I was learning Spanish, in the beginning I had all this pattern of, now it's similar to Portuguese, so I'll be speaking like Portuguese, until the day my teacher looked at me and said, okay, sweetheart, let me be totally clear with you. If you keep doing this, you will speak the 𝗧𝗹𝗺 here, Portugal.
Oh, yes.
And that's it, because you are not speaking Spanish. You are mixing everything. And then I put it in my mind, okay, so it's another language based on mine. And it was the same thing with French, because actually French is so similar to English.
Really?
Yes.
For
example,
I guess I had a class once, but the numbers freaked me out. It was...
Yes, 1, we say 1 in English.
Okay.
So in French, we say on.
Okay.
2, toi. 3, actually without the in the end, so 3, like that. 4, 4. 5, 5. It's so similar to English.
This is how French teachers trick the students, and then in a few minutes, like it's like 345, and then the student, oh my god! After 4, it gets serious, All right, and okay, so here is another interesting thing already. 4 languages, and when did you discover that, like, okay, I really can speak the language and I can teach the language too? Was in school or was like somebody, I need help? And
so it all began actually in a project from my city. So I was 12 that time, 12 years old, and the public spaces from my city, more specifically the library of the city, wanted people to teach English in computer classes, but like basic computer classes. And I put it myself on the list. I made the test, and I was hired to do that as a minor.
Like a tutor or something like this?
Yes, like a tutor, but being minor age. So they hired me, and I started there. And I started teaching right there because I thought, okay, I'm 12, I want to have my money. Also, I have to be more mature because of all the situation with my father. So I needed to do something also. So I said, okay, it will be good for me because I will have money to do my stuff. And it will also be good to my mom because it will be less things to her to do at home.
This was really, really mature because normally kids, when they are 12, they are like, oh, I'm gonna use the force, I'm gonna do my first Kamehameha,
Yes, it's something like that.
And you were thinking about supporting your family already. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. And how was the experience being so young and like being responsible for teaching other people?
So in that time, I have two ways of it.
Okay.
The first one is don't look to the other people that I was so young. I also had my beard.
You had a beard when you were 12.
Yes, man, I had.
I am 40 and I don't have it.
I can prove you with pictures. I
believe it. I had when I was in not elementary school. I guess it was the 5th grade. There were some kids there, man. I said, man, is this guy on TRT or shotting some testosterone? They were taller and like, yeah. Anyways, sorry, man.
So I already had the beard, so I left the beard here. So then I didn't have the problem of, oh, how old are you? No, nobody asked it because they thought like, oh, he's 30, 20, whatever. And so this helped a lot with that. And second, I have how it was the experience because it was my first classes. So my first students, my first group, my first everything. So I was really like a lost person,
No,
like,
it's normal. Yeah.
Oh, okay, like I had okay, so let's do this way, guys. As I was doing the course, I always tried to reflect the course and how the teachers from my course did with how I would do.
Okay.
And so I left this all the time. And with the passing of times, the same school as I was a student hired me as a teacher. And so I quit from the public teaching and I went to this school. And then there I started growing up as teacher, then after coordinator, and then I also started to help them to reformulate some things in pedagogical stuff. And here I am until nowadays. I still being a teacher, and I love my profession. Just to put it clear,
it's a one-way road, right? After we start, and was it hard because as working in like so early? I don't know. You didn't have a lot of time to play and to see your friends and do stuff like that, or maybe it made you appreciate more the weekends because you were already working, studying. So
yes, I have I have two things that I always say about it. One is so okay, and you guys will love, and the other is so selfish, and I would say that even though. So the first one that is so lovely. For me, it was really a pleasure to work and study and have my weekends. So for me, it was so good. And the second part that I said is a little selfish. I'm so glad about what I had done, man. Come on, let's check the people who study with me nowadays. I can do whatever I want at the time I want because I don't have any problems with my knowledge, and I always have jobs. And the people who study with me are all freaking bad. So, it was so good.
That's nice. One thing that helped me when I started teaching was my social skills, because you have to talk to people, and so I was a musician for a lot of years, but I had stage fright. Like I was terrified of losing my voice when I had to sing, and it has happened many times. It was terrible. Some people, they have that fear of like being naked in front of a lot of people, like these nightmares. My worst nightmare was I started to sing like So there were times that I was so nervous that I lost my voice during the concert. Man, what was it? Such an embarrassment. After I started teaching, was like, well, I have to deal with people, and so it vanished. You know, man, there is a lot of comments here already. Hello, Marcio. Hello, Daniel. So, good evening, Teacher Gabriel, Teacher BL. How long did it take to you become fluent? How many years, months, or?
Okay, so let's put one thing clear here. Who asked it? Sorry.
This was. Oh, and good night to you, Francisco, as well. This question was from Marcio.
Marcio. So, Marcio, let's put one thing clear just. I studied in the old methodologies that are so like teacher and students, and they talk in all time to us and repetition and things like that.
Not a lot of conversation there.
Not a lot of
yes, exactly
the
that.
detection was so not a lot of conversation. So what happened there is that I stayed 10 years studying. Yes, 10 years.
Oh, you can say fucking, don't worry.
Okay, so 10 fucking years studying. Because of that way of teaching from the place I was. So, answering your question, 10 years. But to become fluent, I left 3 years.
Okay, so
3 years to become fluent, 10 years in the course.
Yeah, so parenthesis here. What is the secret? The amount of exposition, the amount of contact that you have with the language. You know, the more you have conversation, you immerse yourself, the faster it gets. So it can be done in less than, I don't know, 18 months, 1 year. Okay, nice. Daniel here. Hello, teachers. Good evening. I'd like to know, is advisable to use a translator at the beginning of learning English? I feel shy and have difficulty speaking, so the translator helps me to understand. You go first or I go first? So let's start the... Oh, you go first.
Okay, so... Hello, Daniel. Good night. Good evening, actually. So the translator is not good at any time. And just to make it clear, I'm not talking just because, oh, Teacher Gabriel don't like translators. If you guys did the special class I gave about lost in translations, you guys saw that I took screenshots from Google Translator, proving the mistakes that Google Translator does in the translations. So, the translation cannot be used as a resource because it's not something that will make you grow on English, and even more when you get advanced in English, because you're gonna learn some stuff that exists in English but we don't have in Portuguese, a similar way to use. So we'll confuse you more than will help you. So in my opinion, it's not good for you to do it now at the beginning.
Yeah, you're completely right. There is another thing, Daniel. Think of in your brain like this. When you were learning Portuguese, which language did you use to translate? I'll give you some time to answer. That was all the time that I gave you. So imagine like this. You have these brain patterns here, these connections that are well established. You are learning another language, so you are not using those because you want to create a new one and make this one stronger. So you are doing like this, stimulus. If you translate, you are like doing this, going back. So you are actually making slower this natural process. So when you try to communicate in English using vocal tonality, facial expressions, mimics, you know, you really immerse yourself. Even if you go, I play Tarzan mode, Joel Santana mode, you know, like, oh, I happy now, game yesterday, fantastic, Corinthians lost. So if you go like this, we can understand because our brain will find, okay, good, game, Corinthians lost, you know, we will make a context and then you will understand. As long as you keep studying, these gaps will be filled. So you have to respect your time, but don't use translation, man. You're gonna make it longer, okay? Think of how you learned Portuguese and it's the same thing in English, okay? Next one. Oh, another thing about the feeling uncomfortable, Daniel, it's okay to commit mistakes. You are in a safe place, okay? The embarrassment that we feel is sometimes because of high school or university that we feel like, I cannot commit mistakes. Here's totally fine, okay? Just continue what he wrote and build sentences. Is this a good approach? Are there better ways to improve my communication? By the way, I wrote this message with the translator. Oh my God, don't do it. Okay, but we answered. Hello, Ronaldo. Oh, it's Ronaldo from Times Infinity. Nice seeing you here, man. And Simone. Come on, Simone. Really? Bonjour, Gabriel. Tout va bien? Good evening, Simone times Georgines. I'm sorry if I butcher it, okay? I did my best. Okay. We were talking about learning languages, right? Yes. So, okay, let's go to the next topic here. I was asking you about maturing so early in life. So the trigger was like, I want to support my family and do something like that.
Exactly. And with that comes the maturity part about me and the discovery also, because then I started to search something about how would I complete that, even the maturity part of the financial part, and even also the part that was losing in me, the part that was not inside me and that I wanted. So then I started searching in a lot of places, a lot of professions, a lot of religions, and a lot of stuff.
Now we're gonna open Pandora box.
Yes, it's like Pandora's box.
Let's start with the professions. Can you tell me 3 different things that you have done professionally?
So I have 2 technicians. I am a technical nutritionist and a technical nurse.
That's why you were picky about creatine. Makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay. And nutritionist and the other?
Technical nurse.
Technical nurse too. Yes. Okay, they're both related to health. So you had this urge to help people. That's beautiful. Yes. Nice.
Exactly. And I'm graduated with marketing and propaganda. So
me too.
Marketing and publicity.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Nice.
And now I'm studying letters. Just curiosity.
Okay. So first thing here, I imagine you were the responsible for choosing all these careers. Like, I want to study this and that. Okay.
Yes.
Would you work if somebody else has chosen to you? Like, no, you're gonna study this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
not at all.
I guess this is a nice tip for people that they want to. How can I say this without
choose an area?
Without sound like a coach or cheesy. You want to find yourself professionally, something like this. You have to choose, right?
Yes. Guys, what I can say always is try, because you never know if you don't try. And I say this to everything in life. The best thing you guys can do is really try. Like I said, I worked as an English teacher, and at the same time I worked as a dance teacher, for example. That is a totally different thing, but as a dance teacher,
no, so go ahead. I will not forget. Just go. Continue.
I did all my technicians and graduations, and here I am now, because in all of these areas, the one that I most think I am in is the English teaching, specifically English teaching. Let's put this also. But and so that's it. Another area that I would come back was dance, because I like. For me, it's so good. But the area that I feel most comfortable in, that I want to finish my career life, is in English, is in teaching.
Okay, you just don't drop I was a dance teacher and keep talking about something else. Yeah. But okay, what type of dancing did you used to teach? Was like I was thinking about coisa Jesus. Was like a couple thing, like what style? Because dancing is one skill that I absolutely do not have, but I really admire people that can dance nicely. For example, I watch a video, people doing like a hip-hop style. For example, you watch some Jason Derulo music video and he does those moves and then gets upside down. Man, this looks so badass. If I try to imitate, I look like a rooster on fire, something. I don't have that skill. So what was the style?
I used to teach more Zumba and rhythms, but I also gave classes of sertanejo, vaneira, forró, axé, salsa.
Man, many different styles. That's so cool. Because Zumba is more like a fit dance thing,
yes.
Like to have like calorie spending thing.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Can you teach Zumba if you're not in the mood? Because everybody looks so happy. I see imagine like a dramatic bad mood Zumba.
But this is the funny thing on Zumba, that you start sometimes. Oh yes, for sure. For the ones who are my students, you guys will know the secret now.
Oh.
Some days, yes, I entered in the studio or at the gym and I said, no fucking way, I don't want today. But then, I started with the warm-up and everything. And with that, the energy was starting. And then I was like, okay, now I'm okay, let's go, let's keep moving on the class.
The music's always upbeat too, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's a big thing, but you cannot teach if you're not in the mood. That's totally.
Man, it's a tough challenge. Something interesting here for us to discuss as teachers too. Do you feel exhausted after teaching a lot of classes or Zumba or dealing with people, and how do you recharge your social battery after that?
On Zumba was sure that I feel exhausted because I was using my body all the time. Okay.
That's a nice cut. I was using my body all the time.
Tagline from the day.
Yeah.
But so, with Zumba, yes, of course, I feel it so exhausted in the end. With English, I actually feel better when I'm teaching. I really like English, and as it's something that I don't use my body all the time, I just speak more and gesticulate and everything. For me, in the end of the day, is more pleasurable than exhausting. And when I need to recharge, I my better way to do it with a big glass of wine and a lot of cheese.
Nice.
But as I cannot do it every day because they will call me 𝗏𝗃𝗃, I like to listen to music, read a good book, be in silence, just a big time. Normally be in silence is the best thing. Take a good book, sit on my bed, don't listen to anyone, don't talk to anyone. Just read that book in the full silence. So
nice. We go to the meditation state, Yes, I love it.
Exactly.
There is more messages here. Let me take a look. Of course, the heart is gonna be in front of the. Okay, I got it. Hello, teacher Gabe and Mike. Good afternoon. This is from Thaís. Okay.
Hello.
How can we balance a skill we are working on, like listening, while also improvising another one, like speaking? Okay. Let's see who goes first on this one. Okay, balancing listening and speaking. Okay, I go first. It doesn't have to be a dualism. You do both of them at the same time. First, you listen to internalize the structures, and then you speak as much as you can. One thing that is important, Thaís, that you practice the speaking part in a safe place with people that you trust, so you don't feel judged if you commit mistakes. Because when you are only listening, nobody you imagine, I cannot commit a mistake if I'm only listening. But when we have to speak, since it's like an active thing, we have this predisposition to start being concerned. People will judge, or what if I commit a mistake? So practice both at the same time, and especially in a place you feel safe. Okay, and now you can go.
Yes, and another thing that is so interesting, that scientifically speaking, if we stop thinking, Thaís, For example, a deaf person is mute, but not because the person can't speak, but because the person can't listen. So the formation of your speaking starts on your listening. So you need to listen to speak. And both of them work together. You cannot use one and not use the other.
Okay. Now we will start diving to another thing that is interesting. Here you mentioned the nutrition thing. When we met, you were working like a car dealership, something like that, right? Okay. How many other jobs, man?
Oh, jobs, I think just that one.
Okay.
Yeah, just that one.
So would you say that you found your, like, this is the path when you found the teaching English stuff?
No, for sure not. Okay. It was losing something. Okay, so going in parts. With that, I went to the music part.
Okay.
And so I started learning instruments.
How many do you play?
6. Yes, guys, I play 6 instruments. So I play piano, organ, oboe,
yes,
oboe, clarinet, flute, and violin.
So lesson 10. Do it with teacher Gabriel.
Yes.
Okay. I will not ask you to play something for us here because you have already done it in the intro, but we can try a challenge. Let's do it. Play the Titanic tune and I will not laugh. And you guys watching, you have to be serious too, okay? One moment. Okay. Every time that you cannot laugh, you feel like laughing even more. But I'll be serious.
Let's go until where I go, because there's a long time I don't play, guys.
Okay.
So let's put it clear.
He's gonna fuck it up on purpose, of course, but okay.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe that. Okay, I tried.
I'm cracking on the inside. Man, the first one, it's really difficult. It's really, this is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, I hope you got this on camera. So now we have an eternal meme, you know?
An eternal meme.
Every video that we record here from this point onwards is gonna have a frame of just because of reasons. Okay, then in this, how can I say without sounding cheesy again, in this pursuit of meaning, let's say like this, like I want to find a way to, you know, self-fulfillment thing, you also mentioned different religions, right? Yeah. So tell me about it.
Okay, so
let's start with the beginning.
With the beginning. Okay, so in the beginning, I didn't want to do anything about religion, but of course, I felt I needed that part also. So I started going to the same church as my mother, my grandmother, the mother of my mother, just to put it here, my grandfather, my uncles, and they used to go. That was the Mormon church, but they say the Latter-day Saints church. So I started going there, and then I was excommunicated from the church. And yes, guys, I got excommunicated.
This is actually badass, you know. Don't talk to me. I was excommunicato, like John Wick, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of. But yes, I was excommunicated from the church.
What was it, a shock or something like, I don't know, or because for example, how can I say this without giving too much information? Let's say when I stopped being a religious person, it was actually, for me, it was like a relief. Like I said, oh, I don't have to go there anymore. So with me, it was not something like, oh my God, they don't want me here, or something like this. So how was it for you? Was it a relief or more?
So good. It was a big relief. It was so good because basically, if we put in context, I got excommunicated just because I'm gay. So
I'm laughing with respect.
I know, but it's funny to think about. But basically, this is the only reason. So gay. Out. That's it. So, as I had this situation, and in that time I was already so sure about myself. So, in that time already, I was the person who who is like, okay, this is Gabriel like this, don't like that, I think this, I think that. I have my mind already formed about my decisions and about who I was, how I would be, and what I would achieve in my life, or what I wanted to achieve in my life. So for me, it was pretty clear all of this. So when they said, okay, out, it was pretty okay, because I said, in my plans for the future, I don't see this church anymore in my life, because they have this prejudice with the kind of people I am, the style of life I want. So I'm not here. I'm not able to be here anymore. And that's when I was excommunicated, that I started to go to the Umbanda. I don't know if
Umbanda is Umbanda. It's the Brazilian
name for her.
Yeah.
English, but Umbanda. And I discovered myself there, and I started to do everything there. I started to take care of myself, not just in body, but in spirit. So take care of everything. And nowadays I have my own place, my only place to work with that.
Spiritually speaking.
Yes, spiritually speaking, I have my own place. So there I can play tarot, I can play búzios, I can make some support with entities, and I have my saint childs also. So
how was what were the main differences that you felt from one place to another, like spiritually speaking, or I couldn't do this, here I can, or what was the experience like for you when you start, okay, this place is for me?
I have lots of points, but in a resume, the first of all was the way that the things are introduced. So everybody thinks like, oh, if you are an Umbandist, you can do whatever you want and life is pretty good. No, it's not like that, guys. You have rules. You have things that you know that you can and you cannot do. But the thing there is, okay, if you do this, your problem, your consequences, deal with it.
Okay.
You don't want to do it. Okay, your problem, the same way, your consequences, your responsibility for what you are doing, basically speaking. And also the spiritual side. I had such a strong experience on the first time I went, because ghost history, guys.
Oh, nice. So, I love it.
I went to the first time on the house I learned everything. And when I entered there, nobody knows me, just my friend that took me there.
Okay.
So nobody knows me. We entered. The first of all was funny, because they give me a bath, a little thing with a bath, like some airbursts and things like that to take. But I was like, okay, I need to take a bath. But imagine this in Portuguese, okay, guys? Take a bath. So I really took the glass with the thing, and
it was like herbs and stuff like this.
Yes, I didn't throw it on my body like was supposed. I drink.
Oh, so you have to. That will sound weird. You had to shower yourself from.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to shower myself with that, but I drink.
Okay.
This, so pretty funny. And so we started the session there, and when the lady from the mother of the house came on earth, she looked at me and she just said, I came here to talk with you.
Damn. And then we're like,
no, man, no Wi-Fi passing. So I just looked to my friend and I said, what the hell she want to talk with me? She
what have you told about me? Right?
Yeah, and my friend just looked at my face and said, I don't know. It's my first time here also. I was like,
all right.
Funny. Okay, let's discover. I went there, I seated, and it was another funny thing, because I looked at the entity and I said, oh, how are you? She looked at me and said, I'm deaf. What about you? So, funny moments. But then we started talking, and she asked, do you want to start asking me your questions, or do you want to start listening to everything I want to tell you?
And you listen first.
You can tell me everything you want.
You see, that's wise. Always listen first. No.
So she started talking, and she talking a lot. So many things about my life. So many things.
And it was accurate.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly on the point. And some things that she told me gave me the guarantee that my friend didn't told anything, because were particular things that just
he couldn't have known.
I knew or my mother knew and no one else knew about that thing. So she started talking and she spoke a lot. In the end of that, she looked at my face and said, but you know, later you're gonna see someone, you're gonna give the last hug you want to give in someone. I said, okay. And I was like,
the last hug?
Yes.
Like somebody's gonna go from swipe up?
I don't know. Maybe that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And so the thing passed. And in the end of the section, we made the circle to pray. And the mother of the house just started like receiving something.
Oh man, first time it was probably scary.
Yes.
Then you get used to, of course, yeah.
Yes, but the first time I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know? So the person, the spirit entered in her, and came right in my direction.
Oh
and
boy,
so
you were like a
gave me
magnet.
hug.
Okay.
And when this spirit gave me the hug, he said one thing in my ears that just I and my father knew. And my father had already died in that time.
Fuck.
So something that literally in all my life, just me and my father knew. So it didn't have any way to another person know. And so just went through the mother, came in my direction, gave me the hug, said this to me, and went out. And so there I said, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm into it.
Nice, man. And what are you mentioned one thing about the responsibilities. What are the misconceptions that people have about this religion? It would be nice to clarify.
The first one, guys. We don't adore demons and Lucifer and devils. Come on. I don't sacrifice kids.
That's very important.
Okay, let's put this clear. I don't sacrifice kids.
Yeah, it's not like you're Hollywood or something.
Yes. I don't look at everybody there and say, guys, so today we are having a sacrifice ceremony. Bring me a kid or bring me a virgin or bring me... No. Come on, guys. It's not like that. We don't invocate, we don't conjure demons and devils and Lucifer. No, we don't. Sometimes we have the wish to do it just to say, take that people, but we don't. It's not like this. We deal with spirits that lived a long time ago on earth. Yes, on earth, the same place you live now. So they lived a long time ago on earth, and they are coming back just to give charity to us, so to help us, to give us an advice and help us to make a way, make a path through something.
That's why you say work.
Yes, so that's why we call work. So, no, we don't conjure demons. We don't sacrifice kids and babies and virgins. What else we don't do? Oh, no, if you have a black chicken, I will not take your black chicken to kill. Stop this stereotype. Okay, it's not everybody that kills black chickens. So, no, I will not take your black chicken to kill. What else? Not all Umbandists have animals in house and plants and know everything about plants, because you guys think we are herbologists and not Umbandists. So no, we don't know everything about plants. We don't know everything about animals.
Okay, like they go to, okay, is this herb good for envy?
Yes, man, it's so crazy. I have some people that when I started to be on the religion by itself, they send me pictures like of a plant and like, oh, do you know how I can use this to make something? Do you know if this will cure something? And I was like, man, I'm not a fucking damn herbologist.
Yeah, get a Google Lens or something.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So that's it, guys. And no, we don't have answers for everything. Some things we don't have answers, and some things you just don't have a little bit of shame on your face to do. So remember, a part of the job comes from you and from what you do.
Okay, now is another time that talking about answers. Tell us about the gypsy cards. It's so interesting. How does it work? About the symbols there? It's very interesting.
So the gypsy cards or the tarot, it is divided in lots of decks. We say, for example, I play the 𝗬𝗃 deck of 𝗬𝗃 𝗬𝗃. So this is the one that I play. Basically, as more specific is your question to the cards, more specific will be your answers about what you want to know. And it's so important to put here, guys, that we have a ritual, let's say this way, to use this. It's not just, I go there, no, okay.
You're gonna get a million.
It's not like a game of cards that we will be playing like truco.
Another misconception, you cannot know the Mega Sena numbers too, right?
Exactly, you cannot, guys. It's not that easy. If I knew, you think I would be... No, I would be rich now. So basically, we play the cards with... We do a ritual before, of course, to make the energy more clear. And then we play the cards and interpretate it. When we interpretate these images that appears on the cards.
Like a whip? What's that? Like a church?
Oh, this is a dog.
No, the one behind it?
A house.
A house, okay. So.
Yes, this one is a whip. Then we have, for example, this one is bad. Let me see a good card here.
Oh, so there are cards that are objectively
Lucky.
bad in a way. Because in the other tarot,
depends on the way you play. For example, in this one particularly depends on the position of the card and what is the topic we are talking about.
I was thinking about doing this live, but I won't because it's too much information for you guys to know. Imagine this guy says, "Oh, Mike, sorry, you have a week." I said, "Oh man, come on." So okay.
So basically, that's how it works. We play, we open the cards, and when we open, we interpret what is here. Normally, calling some forces for the cards, for the deck. In my case, I call the 𝗬𝗃 force to help me on the reading and give me the right cards to throw on the table.
Okay. If the person doesn't like the results, this is like, crafted in stone. It's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do, or no, it's something that, if you continue in this path, this is the end. If you want something else to happen, you have to do this or that. So
yes, it's not necessarily the end of everything for you. You have ways, guys. It's good to put that everybody has freedom. Everybody came to this earth with freedom. So of course, if you enter on the room with a problem, we see in the cards that your problem will kill you, and you solve for yourself, you put on yourself that you're going to change this, of course, you will not fall in this problem. So it all depends on what you're doing. It's a little different in some topics, because, for example, if you are with a terminal disease, for example, and the cards show that you're gonna die, you're gonna have a lot to do.
The first card you open.
Yes, it's like that.
Yeah.
So it's basically that. You have what to change, depends on the content, but you have.
This is very interesting and reminds me of the Matrix blue pill and red pill thing. Like, if you could get the answers that you want, this is a question for you guys in the chat to think about it. Would you ask, but considering maybe the answer is not what you want? For example, imagine you are in a stable, happy relationship. I had a friend, he once asked, I want to know if I'm a cuckold or not, And man, imagine the responsibility. The guy says, okay, you have been with your wife for 30 years. Divorce is the best solution. Why are you guys laughing so much? They didn't expect me to say the word cuckold, But anyways, so be careful with what you ask, because if you get the answers, okay, I don't know what's happening. Everybody's laughing here.
Man, come on.
Yeah, but so sometimes it's better not to know, right? people can freak out too. Anyways, while you guys recover here,
but
it was not even a joke.
Our hypothetical friend said, he prefers to know that he is cold
than to go gonna die. Yeah, that's true. That's right. Lovely fella, yeah. Anyways, proud of you, said Moon White. Okay, Marcio laughed. It was probably because of the flute, here. The Marcio sends a haha was probably when you were playing the flute, Yeah, probably everybody. Hannah said 3 hearts. Lou said, the best teacher. Hannah. Wow. Lou said, the best teacher. With exactly this voice.
Thanks, Hannah and Lou.
Victor, do you know Victor? He said, proud of you, Gabriel, love you.
Thank you.
Yes. So.
Just by name, I don't know. I need more than one name to know.
Okay, it's Victor Henrique Alves de Souza Ohata.
Oh, it's my boyfriend.
Okay.
Thank you. I know it.
That was a very good solution. Okay. Then I'm laughing here because I knew today would be fun. I was expecting this. So now, tell me, changing for something more serious now. You discovered a trait of the bipolar disorder, right?
Yes.
This is delicate, but it's amazing for us to talk about because from your perspective, can give some hints and help for people that are in the same situation.
So with all of that happened, I got married. Mm-hmm. So I got married. I stayed a period married, and then I divorced. And when I divorced and I started the understanding of myself, the journey that I entered with myself to understand better, I discovered a bipolar disorder. And so, yes, I am a bipolar person. I have the bipolar disorder, but I'm all in control. The bipolar disorder have lots of factors. The most known of them is the traits of extreme humors. So you are extremely good in one time, then in another time you are extremely bad and depressive, and then you are pretty okay and with no problems. Then another time you are good, bad all the time. This is the most famous trait, but guys, know that this is not the only trait. You can have a bipolar disorder in a way that you not necessarily started to have the symptom of the disorder of humors, but you have another kind of disorders. For example, the mania that we say that is impulsive things that you do with no thinking a lot is one of the traits also of bipolar disorder. The other one, you have lots of libids, so you want to do things all the time. And you can control yourself with that. Another one, you can have a disorder in the way you eat. So eat a lot and then eat nothing and be on that roller coaster of time of I'm eating a lot this week, then the other week I'm not eating anything, and with that.
So everything's very unstable.
Yes, everything is very unstable. But one thing that everybody needs to know is you don't need to think that you're gonna lose your life because of that, because you're not. If you take your medicines on the right way, if you do your therapy, talk to your psychologist or your psychiatrist, and have everything pretty defined for you and try to make a schedule for you, because schedules helps a lot, and take your medicines on the right way and try to live your life on the right way, you can live a total common life. I live a common life. I don't have anything that I cannot do because of the bipolar disorder, because I take care of it.
That's impressive and amazing, man. What hint would you say to somebody that has a partner that has the bipolar syndrome? What would be ways to identify and to help and not be part of the problem, or I don't know, judge, or to help and give some support?
So, first of all, never judge, because the bipolar person will have lots of judgment out of your house. So your house don't need to be a punishment place. Your house can be a free place, good place, a peaceful place for this person. Second thing, try to help keeping, when you see that the person is on the mania period, that is the period that is so good, remember the person that life is good, but you have a line to follow. You need to be on the floor. And when the person is on the depressive mode, remember the person that life is good. So come back to the floor.
You have to be the anchor of the person.
Exactly. Be an anchor on the feelings of the person. And some traits that you can notice with bipolarity is the eating, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I eat so much, the other day I eat just a little, and all of that. So this is one of the traits. The second one is the libido. So I can speak sex right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the person who wants to have sex all time, for example, have a high libido, and this is one of the traits of bipolar disorder also. And the humor. If the person is too many times good and then biting off in like, oh goodness, it's probably she have a little trait there. And if you see this, talk to the person, be honest, try to help. Ask the person if this person wants to go to the psychologist. Don't do anything without the desire of the person.
Important, sure.
So
like an intervention without
exactly, it's not good. So just talk to the person like, oh, you want to go to the psychologist with me, will be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And go with the person. Let the psychologist do the sections and really give a report of bipolarity.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, your partner will go to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist will give the medicines that your partner wants, the treatment your partner wants, the type of schedule that will be better for your partner.
Makes total sense. You need to have the correct diagnosis so you know how the best treatment would be. Nice. Okay, Hannah said, love you, teacher. Marcio asked, Gabriel, does your boyfriend also speak English? If not, have you tried to teach him? Oh, tough to do this at home.
No, he don't. He don't speak English. And yes, I want to try. So yes and no at the same time.
Okay.
I want to try, but he don't want to learn with me.
Okay, what's the saying? I will not try to translate that, but it was something like, in house of blacksmith, the stick is of wood.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay, now we are running out of time already. I knew it would fly, but we have another character to talk about. Not only you. Tell me about drag art and about Ariel, because we're gonna have a guest here in another time, in a close future.
So, drag art in general, guys, I don't have a lot to say about like, oh, how you discovered, how have you learned it about. It's the most cliche history of all times from the gay history.
Watch it.
I watched it for Post Drag Race. I saw the drags right there and I said, oh, interesting. Why don't I try? But also this helped me a little with the bipolar disorder, and also helped me with some parts of myself that I cannot be on my day-to-day.
Ah, you can extrapolate in the character.
Yes.
Nice.
Ariel say lots of bad words. Ariel, it's the person who enters in and say, oh, come on, everybody, like kicking everything. And it's a really loud and happy person. Happy I am also, but it's a really loud and happy person who likes to do lots of noise, who likes to be always right, who likes to discuss with people, who really like a debate, don't run from a fight. So Ariel is the part of Gabriel that you guys don't see on the day-to-day.
Ah, nice. It's like your alter ego.
It's my alter ego.
Okay, nice. What about the makeup, production, outfit, clothes? You do everything yourself?
I do by myself.
Ah, so I imagine it's another thing that probably you go to that meditation 𝗧𝗹𝗵𝗀 zone when you're creating stuff.
Because come on, 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours to make a good drag.
That's a sentence I haven't expected to see here. 3 hours to make a good grad. That's another nice cut, you know?
3 hours to make a good drag, guys. Come on.
Nice.
It's a lot of time. You have a process here. We have this part of the process I will not tell you guys. I tell you on the backstage.
Okay.
Not necessarily on the cameras. We have one part of the process that I will not talk. That takes like 30 minutes, just this. Then we have...
I know what it is, because I have a friend who... I will give a spoiler, okay? And then I go to another very serious question. Okay, you guys cannot laugh. Pablo Vittar does it amazingly well.
Yes.
You know?
So good hidden.
Yeah.
So, we have this part of hidden everything. And then we have makeup, wigs...
they haven't got it yet.
No, they didn't. Yeah, that's the funny part.
What are they talking about? Anyways.
Yes. So, so we have the wig, because for the ones who don't know, no, guys, it's not just put a wig right here. We need to pass glue here.
Damn.
Yes, because imagine you put a wig and I do this and the wig goes...
yeah, if you cannot be like...
Directly on the camera.
Oh.
So...
Be fun for a joke again, Gavin. Okay.
We need the glue and then makeup, dress ourselves and go to do whatever.
Oh, a good question here from Claudia. Does his drag... From Claudia. Does his drag has a specific voice? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Yeah.
Okay, when Ariel comes here... She will show her voice.
Okay, but
yeah, she has a specific
unique.
Voice. It's
okay,
unique.
Nice. And the last one I have here for you is tell me about the childhood dream that is yet to be fulfilled.
So I have a childhood dream since my father had the accident. Later, when I was a little older and I understood things, I knew that the problem that he had treatment. So he could be cured, but not in Brazil. Because we don't have in Brazil doctors until nowadays, guys, okay? So I'm not talking just about past of 80 years ago when he died. I'm talking about something that's still nowadays happening. We don't have qualified doctors to do the type of surgery it's supposed to do. And it's not that it's a really difficult and hard. No, it's a simple surgery with difficult steps, but a simple surgery that totally can cure, reverse all the board. And we don't have any professional in Brazil to do it. But in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Japan, in China, and a lot of other places, they have trained people to do it. So my childhood dream is, and if you are really rich, you have a lot of money and you want to finance my childhood dream, call me. It's to open an NGO, not just to treat the people who have this same type of mental disorder that he had, but also to teach Brazilian doctors to do that type of surgery, to do that type of treatment, and put them to work here in Brazil doing that. Because it's so worrying, it's so terrifying to see that 7.8% of our population have this problem and die with this problem because we don't have doctors to do it.
Damn, man.
Because in our country, we don't have a good investment in education to do this job. So that's my childhood dream, to open that big NGO that will not work just as a cure for people, but also to the training of the professionals we want.
Nice. I hope to see it happening. It would be nice, man. And unfortunately, man, we ran out of time already. Yeah.
I can beg sometime.
Okay, I guess it's what we will have to do. Final message to everyone watching us, and for you leaving the comments here, guys. Thank you so much. It was awesome. Okay.
Final message?
Yeah, final. I mean, like, for the time being.
Oh, I should have thinking of a good one here. Let me think.
You can play the Titanic song one more time. No.
No. Final message for everybody. Life is short. Life is short. But your desire to drink something alcoholic every day will be most short than that. Because if you don't do it, I lose myself in my thoughts. That's it for today, guys. I had a philosophical sentence, but I forgot everything.
I guess the message was well given here during our conversation.
Life is short, enjoy a lot, do everything you want, and no regrets.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Don't forget to subscribe here to the channel. Send this conversation to a friend. This episode is going to be on Spotify tomorrow. If you are one of our students and you want to come here and chat, have a nice time, send a message to the reception of your school. Say, oh, I want to go to the podcast. And you will be here too. It will be amazing. We love to receive students, okay? For the time being, okay, that's all the surprises that we have for you today. Bye-bye.
Bye.